the ledger and trial balance, you don't know anything. And also the final account. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you seen the ledger anywhere else, not in the class? Because we have not done.
Really, sir.
I remember trial balance from my class.
And ledger.
Ledger, I forgot.
Okay. मतलब आपने किया है but आप भूल गई हैं.
No, I think ledger was taught when I was in parent class.
Okay. So you have not studied the ledger chapter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Abdullah. Good evening. You joined very late today.
Sir, actually, I had to like order something. That's why.
What? I didn't understand what you said.
Sorry, sir. Yeah, I was saying that I had to order something. That's why.
I have to order something.
Yeah, I had to.
I didn't get it. Why order is related to class timing. Okay, leave it. So, rectification entries, there are 4 steps. All other chapters are helping chapters, you can say, like bank reconciliation statement, depreciation, bills of exchange. All these chapters are the helping chapter. Only these 4 are the steps, main steps: journal, ledger, trial balance, and final account. So, there are different type of errors in all these steps. You can make these mistakes at the time of journal. You can make these mistakes at the time of ledger. You can make these mistakes at the time of trial balance or final account. After final account, I don't think there should be any mistake, but sometimes some items are omitted or written by mistake. So yes, mistakes can be done after the final account. So now, the thing is, why we need to rectify entries? Because we are making mistakes. These mistakes are called errors. Now, errors are divided into 4 parts. The one is first, error of omission. The second, error of commission. The third one is error of principal. And the fourth one is compensatory errors. Now, what are these errors? Actually, at every step, we will discuss different type of errors and how to rectify at different steps. There will be not much use of ledger, trial balance, or final account here. You just have to understand the journal entry. Okay, you should remember the journal entry concept to understand this concept. So, error of omission. What is error of omission? Omission means to leave any item while you are passing journal entry or doing anything else. To leave anything in recording. So omission. Error of omission means uh, either you leave items partially or fully. Let's say there is a journal entry of purchase goods from Ram. So entry is purchase account debit to Ram. Now, if we are passing this journal entry, there can be a mistake that we have not written this entry in purchase account, because this entry will go in two accounts in ledger, one purchase account, second RAM account. So there can be a mistake that it is not written in one separate account of purchase and it is written in RAM account. And also there can be a mistake that this entry is fully omitted and it is not transferred to ledger. It means it is not written in purchase account as well as RAM. So this is called full omission. And the first one, when we have not written only in purchase account, that is called partial. That is clear?
Yes, sir.
Vidya?
Yes.
Oh. So this is, we will write all these things, but before that, we need to understand what are these things. Error of commission. Now, there are certain type of mistake where we write wrong amount, like 5,000 is written as 500. Let's say you have to write this entry with 5,000, but you have written only 500. So there is a mistake. Now, this mistake also can be partial or full. Means you have written in both account only 500, or you have written in only one account 500, in other account you have written 5,000. Okay, so this is called error of commission. There can be different type of amount, not only about zero. You can write like, let's say it is 567 and you have written 675, like this. Sometimes these kind of mistake is also that. Okay, so to find these kind of mistake, there is a method which we can use. If you are finding the information when you are totaling the trial balance, when you are totaling the uh, balance sheet, then it should be equal. Okay, trial balance, both sides should be equal, like journal. If you are preparing journal, if you have solved journal, then both side total should be equal. Both side journal entry amount should be equal. So in the same manner, in trial balance and balance sheet, both side should be equal. But when there is a difference of amount which is divided by 9, which can be divided by 9, in that case, uh, you should assume that these kind of mistakes are made. Okay, so this happens like sometime you write 700 or 700 to 70 rupees, 700 to 7,000. Sometime you write it on the wrong side also. So these are called error of commission. Understood? Like you have to write 700 on the debit side, but by mistake you have written 700 on the credit side. Now, the problem is you'll not be able to find this error because now the difference will be of 1400, because 700 should be written on the debit side and it is written on the credit side. So the mistake is of 1400. So this is how you have to find. You have to find 700 on the opposite side or 1400 on the same side if there is such kind of mistake. For these type of errors, you have to find that the amount difference can be divided by 9 or not. If it is, then you have to check all the amount so that you can find this error. This is very difficult to find. 5,000 to 500, it can be easily found because amount is much different. So these are error of commission. Tell me if you understand the error of commission part.
Yes, sir.
Dula?
Yes, sir.
Previously, when Abdullah said yes, Madhya didn't say anything. Now Madhya said yes, so Abdullah was silent. You have decided that only one person will say.
No, sir, nothing like that actually. मैंने कर ही पढ़ा सही है.
Okay, so the third one is error of principle. Now, what is error of principle? Means error of rules, that you have done a mistake according to rule which is wrong. There is no amount error, there is no omission error, there is rule broken. Means, let's say there is a expenses of repair. So it is general repair. Now, a repair is a revenue nature expenditure. Revenue nature means it is not any asset. It is a simple expenses. So it should be written in a repair account separately. But sometimes some person who don't have the proper knowledge of accounting, what they do, if this repair is related to any machinery, then they add the cost to the machine account, to machine. It is not correct. Think about it. I'm not talking about any accounting purpose. Let's say that you have a machine, a car, let's say. Okay, you have a car and that cost you 15 lakh. Okay, now after 5 or 10 years, let's say, you have changed all tire and tube. If it is tubeless tire, then no tube. But yes, changed all tire and tube. In this situation, the new costing was, let's say, 1 lakh. In this is very much, but let's say 1 lakh rupees. Now, what we should do with this 1 lakh rupees? This is a simple expenses, or it will be added to the car cost. Means you can say now that your car cost was 16 lakh. This is a question. Not getting the question. Am I audible to you?
Yes.
So you are getting the question, or you didn't understand the question?
Sir, can you say it again?
Okay. So your car costing 15 lakh. You have a car which cost you 15 lakh. After 10 years, you have changed, you have done a small repair, like changed all tire and tubes of all four. So in that process, your expenses is 1 lakh rupees. So you have to give me the answer that this 1 lakh will be added to your car cost, means your car cost is now 16 lakh, or you will treat this 1 lakh as a simple expenses.
It will be added to car cost.
No, it will not be added to car cost, because your car costing will not increase. Your car life will not increase by changing the tire tube. This is a simple repair process. Means after some point of time, you have to change your tire. So every time you are changing your tire, you will add this cost to your car. Then your car cost will be increasing all the time. Okay, and it is not going to happen. So change tire tube is a simple expenses, simple repair expenses. So it should go to simple repair cost. Okay. It will not be added to car cost. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whenever a cost is incurred to increase the life of asset, then that cost will be added to cost of asset. But when a cost is incurred generally, it will not increase the life of asset, then it is treated as simple expenses. Okay. So whenever I build a house and do overhauling expenses, like I'm doing the plaster work and tiles painting, the first time painting. So all these costs will be added to the building cost. But after 2-3 years, if I'm doing painting again, then it is simple repair expenses. Understood? Abdullah,
Yes, sir.
you have not given the answer when I asked that will it be added to the cost or expenses?
No, I thought like you asked her, that's why I didn't reply.
But I didn't say any name.
Sorry.
Yes, Madhya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is called error of principle. There are certain other things like uh, when we sell goods and when we are selling goods, it should be treated as sales because selling goods is written as sales. But when you sell furniture or any other assets, then it should be written as asset name. Yes, not sales. I just told you in the subsidiary book chapter of purchase book, sales book, that sale or purchase of asset will be written as asset name, not the purchase or sale. So if you are writing purchase or sale of an asset as purchase or sale, then it is also incorrect. Okay. It should be written as sale of asset, not only sale. So it is also incorrect. It is error of principle. So you are making mistakes which is uh, against the rules of accounting. Then that is a mistake. There is a rule of accounting. I will tell you now. That is called conservatism concept. Now, according to this rule, we provide for future expenses. We provide for future expenses, but not for future income. For example purpose, in general life also we do this. Think about it. You have to purchase, there is an expenses that you have to incur after 5 months. Cost of a phone, mobile phone. You have to purchase it. It is necessary. So 10,000. I'm taking basic phone, not an iPhone. So cost of a phone is 10,000. Now, you have to purchase this phone after 5 months. So 2,000 per month. If you save, then you can purchase this phone. Yes or no? Now, some student says, so we can directly purchase, don't need to save. But I'm taking a simple example. So if you save 2,000 per month, you can purchase a phone after 5 months. Yes.
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 Okay. Now, you will receive a income of 20,000 in 2 months. In 2 months, you will receive an income of 20,000. So you will make sure that this 20,000 will be used before receiving it, means you will do 10,000 per month expenses before receiving it. Yes or no? Actually, there can be a confusion, so I'm saying it in Hindi. अगर आपको पता है कि आपको 20,000 रुपए 2 महीने के बाद मिलना है, तो आप मिलने से पहले हर महीने 10,000 रुपए खर्च कर देंगे, कर्ज लेकर या किसी और तरीके से, ताकि जब वो पैसा मिले तो उसको यूटिलाइज किया जा सके इधर.
Obviously not, sir.
Nadia, what do you think?
No, sir.
Yes, we will do any expenses after receiving the money. If we have to do the expenses, we will do it after receiving the money. But in case of expenses, future expenses, we save it for the future. Yes. So we are providing for expenses, but not for income, which is written here. This is called conservatism concept. Okay. Accrual concept, sometimes we say this, but mainly it is called conservatism. Accrual concept is different. Okay. So now, if you follow this principle, then it is incorrect according to accounting rule. So that's why when you don't follow a rule of accounting, it is called error of principle. Understood? Now the last one. Compensatory error. Yes, Abdullah, you just told me that you have studied this in 1 or 2 days just before this class. Can you tell me what is compensatory errors?
Yes, sir. It's like compensatory error is like when two or more errors are like committed in such a way that the net effect of the errors on credit and debit side of account is nil. Like such kind of errors are known as compensatory error.
Yes, error which compensate the difference due to first error. Okay, so if one error is creating a difference of 5,000 on the debit side, then the second error will create a difference of 5,000 on the credit side also, so that both sides will match. Okay, so compensatory errors cannot be found because when you prepare trial balance, your both sides will match easily. It is compensating errors. One error is compensating for others. So that's why your trial balance will match. You will not be able to find it by preparing trial balance. Some errors can be found easily in trial balance because both sides will not match, like error of commission. It can be easily found. Error principle is also very difficult to find, and error of omission. If it is full omission, then it is also difficult to find. It is partial omission, then you can easily find it. So these errors, compensatory errors, error of principle, error of full omission, so these errors are very difficult to find. So these kind of error, when we find it, we have to rectify it. There are different methods to find these errors, but we are not talking about those methods to find the error. We are here to discuss the entries that will be passed after we found out that these are the mistakes we have done in our books. Okay, so journal entries. First of all, there is two types of mistake for passing journal entry purpose. Uh, these mistakes are divided in two parts. One-sided error or single-sided error, you can say. And the second is double-sided error. Means error which affect only one side of account or one side of any entry, then it is called one-sided error. And error which affect two sides, two accounts, are called double-sided or two-sided error. Okay. Now, for one-sided error, no entry is required. No entry is required because this is one-sided error. If you pass any single journal entry, proper journal entry, then the other side, because in journal entry there will be two sides. One side will be correct, the other side will again become incorrect due to your journal entry. So in single one-sided error, we never pass journal entry because entry cannot be adjusted. In double-sided error, we have to pass journal entry. Like, take one example. Purchased goods from Mohan, 5,000. This is the transaction. Now, it will be said in the question that it is a written journal entry is passed, purchased account debit to Sohan account. So it should be credited in Mohan account, but it is written in Sohan account. Now, think about it. You have to give me this answer. How you will rectify this entry? Just, I'm not asking the proper entry, but think about it. How you will correct it? Don't say by cutting it. It will not be the correct answer. Like cutting here and writing somewhere else. No, because one error will have different impact on different accounts. So you cannot change it at one place. You have to pass another entry for this. So how to rectify it? Do you have any idea? Abdullah, first you tell me.
Sir, it's like actually there is like I don't know. I mean I know also, but like there's like first like we have to like do like the entry which is wrongly recorded, and then there's one thing like correct entry and then the rectification entry. Teen type की होता है something.
Okay, correct entry will be purchase account debit to Mohan account. Yes. Wrong entry I have written and correct entry I have also written. Now the thing is, if you can see this, purchase is on the same side. Debit here, debit here also. So there is no need to rectify the purchase account because it is on the same side. What should be rectified here?
This Sohan thing.
Mohan and Sohan, both.
Yes.
Purchase is on the same side. You can see purchase account debit to Sohan, purchase account debit to Mohan. So purchase is on the same side. So leave the purchase. There is no need to adjust purchase account. Now, which one is incorrect? Sohan account. Yes? Sohan account is incorrect because purchased goods from Mohan and it is written on the credit side of Sohan account. So Sohan account is on the wrong side, you can say. So to rectify the Sohan account, you have to write Sohan account on the debit side because the mistake we have done by writing it on the credit side. So to rectify it, we have to write it on the debit side. Okay. Abdullah, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Madhya?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I told you in closing entry also, items which have debit balance, we have to write it on the credit balance to close the account. So same is happening with Sohan. We have written by mistake on the credit side of Sohan account. So now we are writing Sohan account on the debit side. So debit and credit will be cancelled. There will be no effect in Sohan account. Now, Mohan is not written actually. So now we have to write Mohan account. In correct entry, Mohan is on the same side. So Mohan place will not be changed. Mohan will be on the credit side, but Sohan is wrong. So that's why the place of Sohan is changed. Sohan is on the debit side. This is called rectification. Now, to understand it better, you have to see the ledger also. Why we have written Sohan on the debit side. Let's say this is Sohan account. And there should be no amount in this account. There should be no amount. Zero. Zero on the debit side, zero on the credit side. But by mistake, you have written 5,000 on the credit side. This one is credit, this one is debit. So by mistake, you have written 5,000 on the credit side. Now you have to make it zero again. What will you do? You will write 5,000 on the debit side. Now, 5,000 on the debit side, 5,000 on the credit side. When you deduct one side with another, both side total will be 5,000 and there will be zero balance either on the debit side or on the credit side. Both side is equal, so there will be no balance. Why balance is calculated? Because whenever we, let's say, purchased goods from Sohan, so Sohan is our creditor, we have to pay 5,000 to Sohan. But it is a mistake in this purchase account, in this first journal entry purchase to Sohan. This is a mistake. By mistake, we have written in our books that we have to pay 5,000 to Sohan. If it is on the credit side and there is nothing on the debit side, this 5,000 is not on the debit side, then there will be balance of 5,000 which we have to pay, which is incorrect. So we will not write this balance. We have to correct it because this 5,000 will be transferred to Mohan account. So this will be Mohan account 5,000. Here on the credit side, it will be by purchase. On the debit side, to Mohan means This purchase is transferred to Mohan account and there is no balance, zero balance on the debit or credit side of Sohan account. So Sohan account is closed. This is how we pass rectification entry. Tell me if you understand the basic concept. It is not the full concept. I'm just explaining because this chapter is confusing a little bit. You have to understand every bit, every aspect of the chapter, journal entry, and this ledger trial balance, because I have prepared this ledger one. If you are not able to understand Madhya, no issue. I will explain this to you when we will discuss ledger. So this is how we pass rectification entry. First entry is for incorrect one. Second entry is correct one. Now we have to see which item is on the same side. If there is any item on the same side, any account on the same side in incorrect and correct both, then we just remove the account. We don't do anything with that account. So that's why we have removed the purchase account. Now, whatever left in incorrect entry, we just reverse it. Means Sohan is on the credit side, so we will write it on the debit side in rectification. So we have just reversed the Sohan account on the debit side here, and correct entry item will be written on the same side. So Mohan is on the credit side. So this is how you have to pass rectification entry. Abdullah, tell me, it is still confusing for you or you understood this part? I will explain. There are various journal entries, but tell me if you understand this one.
Like this thing, like
Yes,
when we cancel out the things, right? This thing is a
purchase
bit
account.
confusing, but and rest everything is like clear.
Your voice is not clear. Can you repeat?
Like I said, this canceling out thing is like kind of
Not clear.
confusing.
Canceling is not clear.
Yeah, it's like kind of like when to cancel what. I'm like,
Purchase account, like we have cancelled purchased account.
yeah, like that. For example, something else is there, and like I'm not sure what to cancel like that. And that's
Okay, okay. Let me explain the cancelled items one more time so that you'll understand. Purchase account, I have just cancelled it because it is on the same side. If you have to write purchase account on the debit side, incorrect entry, yes.
yes, sir.
And you have also written purchase account on the debit side in incorrect also. So is there any need to rectify the purchase account?
No, sir.
Because in both the cases, it is on the debit side. That's why we have cancelled it. There is actually, it is not actual cancellation. We are just eliminating the items which we don't have to do anything with. So with purchase account, we don't have to do anything. It is on the same side. It should be.
Okay.
Okay. Have you seen cricket match?
Not that much. I usually go for football.
Okay. Actually, I don't know much about
Yeah,
football.
like sometimes, yeah, sometimes cricket we देखा है, but like not a that big fan of cricket. But
Okay, Madhya, you understand this cancelling part that we have done?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. And you watch cricket?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's say this is a field For example purpose, just to understand, let's say this is the batting pitch, this is the bowler end, this is the pitch. Actually, I have to create it little bit, but yes. Now this is keeper, this is bowler, and there are players. Now tell me, there should be 5 players on the off side, and there should be 4 players on the leg side. Okay, and the batsman is left-handed. So this is off, and this is leg for left-handed. Okay, in normal right-handed batsman, this is off and this is leg, just opposite. So here is 2 batsmen, one is right-handed and one is left-handed. Okay, is the situation understandable?
Yes.
Okay. Now, right now on the pitch is left-handed batsman, and according to left-handed batsman, the field is correct. Means there is 5 players on the offside, there is 4 players on the leg side, according to left-handed batter. But now the person has taken 1 run, single. Okay, and now the right-handed batsman on the crease, he will bat. According to right-handed batsman, on the off side there is only 4 players. Yes, on the leg side there is 5 players, which is incorrect.
Right. So
What we have to do?
transfer the player.
We will transfer the player from here to offside.
Yeah.
So that there will be 5 players on the offside, there will be 4 players on the leg side. So to correct this situation, I have changed the situation of player. But what if it is automatically one player automatically changed his place and goes to off? Then is there any need to change the situation of player, place of player?
No.
So it is happening same with this one. We have made an incorrect entry here. Purchase to Sohan, and it should be purchased to Mohan. Okay, so mistake is done in Mohan account and Sohan account, not in purchase account. Purchase is always on the debit side in both the correct and incorrect one. That's why we have just you can say eliminated purchase account, because we don't have to do anything with purchase. We don't have to change the situation of place of purchase. So that's why I have written this cut on purchase. Tell me if you understood it now. Otherwise, I have to give another example.
Sir, just 1 minute, I'm coming.
Yes? Tula, you were very fast. Can you repeat, Abdullah? You were saying something, Madhya.
No, sir.
Never mind.
So understood. The cancelling part only. I will give you another example, but tell me about this one that you understood.
Cricket one?
No, not cricket one, purchase account. That was a situation example.
Yeah, no, like okay.
Okay, purchase is at the same place. That's why I have not cancelled. Let's say a situation here. Uh, Purchased goods from Mohan 5,000. Again, I'm taking this example. But now the entry incorrect one is Mohan account debit to sales account. So what should be correct one? What should be the correct entry? Madhya, you tell me.
So it will be purchase account debit to Mohan account.
Okay, purchase account debit to Mohan account. Now tell me, is there any account which is on the same side in incorrect one or correct one?
Mohan, sir.
Mohan is on the same side.
No, sir. I thought you were asking like same account name.
Okay.
So what to do in this situation?
Yes, what we do in this situation. That's why I have taken this example. Okay. First of all, I told you that you have to reverse this entry.
Sales account debit to Mohan account.
So by reversing it, it will be sales on the debit side and Mohan on the credit side. Yes.
Yes.
And as per correct one, we have to write the correct one as it is. Okay. If there is nothing to cancel, then we have to write correct one as it is. So we will write purchase to Mohan to Mohan account as it is. There will be no change in correct one. Now, the first one, incorrect entry, we have to reverse. So sale will be on the debit side. And Mohan will be on the credit side. So it is already written on the credit side. So you should not write it again. If I write to Mohan, again to Mohan, it will not good. So what we have to do, we will write purchase amount 5,000, sales amount 5,000, and here it is Mohan 5,000 and this Mohan 5,000 after reverse. So it will also come on the credit side. So 5,000, 5,000 will be 10,000. So this is your rectification entry. Now there is no cancelling the entry. So tell me, is there any confusion? Nadia,
No.
you understood this part.
Yes. Yes.
Abdullah,
It's थोड़ा सा confusing है.
क्या confusing? जो रिवर्स किया वो कंफ्यूजिंग है. अब यहाँ पे तुम्हारा कंफ्यूजन होगा मोहन के साथ, क्योंकि परचेज सेल तो सिंपली मैंने लिख दिया है, परचेज को अपनी जगह पे, सेल को रिवर्स करके.
वही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ. Like how do we know that we have to reverse the entry or not?
नहीं, इनकरेक्ट एंट्री को हमेशा रिवर्स ही करना है, उसमें कुछ भी अलग है
कोई
ही,
भी
हर बार
situation
रिवर्स
हो.
करना है. इन फर्स्ट वन ऑल्सो आई हैव रिवर्स्ड. सोहन इज ऑन द डेबिट साइड.
कोई भी सिचुएशन में रिवर्स करना है.
यस, इनकरेक्ट एंट्री को रिवर्स करना है.
ओके, ठीक.
अब ये जो कटिंग करने का काम मैंने किया है यहाँ पे, मैं एक बार फिर से लिख के करता हूँ, आपको उससे भी समझ में आएगा. जनरली वी कट द अकाउंट्स विच इज ऑन द अपोजिट साइड ऑलवेज. If we have to combine two entry, we cut those accounts which is same but on the opposite side. Okay, so like purchase account debit Sohan and purchase account debit to Mohan. Yes. Now if we reverse the first one, it will be Sohan account debit to purchase. Now we have to combine these two. So purchase is on the debit side, purchase on the credit side. It is like plus minus. Now write the balance items. It will be Sohan account debit to Mohan account. Is this clear to you?
Yes sir.
ये समझ में आ गया?
हाँ जी.
Okay, so our time was completed now. We will discuss this in with some more entries, some one-sided error also. I have just completed two-sided error in this class. So we'll discuss one-sided also. And we will discuss the theory part also. I will write it so that you can create note. Okay, so do you have any doubt? Madiha, Abdullah?
No.
Sir.
Okay. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll discuss these things in detail in our next class. Thank you. Bye.
Sir, I want to ask one.
Yes, Abdullah.
Yes, I was saying that I have depreciation कब शुरू हुई because like in like 11 days my accounts exam is there.
In 11 days, your exam will happen.
Yeah, accounts का मतलब my PT 3 unit is 3.
So,
So I want to study depreciation. That's what I'm saying. Because in 11 days my unit is 3.
Abdullah, in between these days, actually, I told you to complete things little fast so that we can complete other chapters. But whenever exam came, you started to studying and you tell me that we have to study this chapter. It is very difficult to change schedule at the last moment. You think in 11 days you can complete depreciation chapter. Actually, other students started joining. Okay. So, uh,
See, okay, like we get off in next class or like
now we can discuss this in our next class only. So we'll talk about it. Okay.
okay, or like are you free today? Like after this class? Like this one
No,
on
there is one more class.
okay.
That's why.
Then I'll text you tomorrow, like not today.
Okay. First of all, you should text our team which schedule our classes. They will tell you what to do. Okay.
What's up?
We have to